Here's a problem that you will need to seriously consider. Give it some thought before doing, and that would be building a permanent fixture into a wall. What you're looking at here is a TV stand that has been framed and drywalled into the building. And I'm sure this is great and it's functional and it works. But what happens if you want a bigger TV? What happens if you want to put a piece of furniture in this corner? What happens if you get tired of the TV in this corner and want to move it to another corner? You know, these are things that you seriously need to consider before building, framing, and drywalling a permanent fixture into a wall. Next up on the list is the cable and the electrical. You know, it's up here. If you're going to move your TV to another part of the room, you're going to have to run some extension cords up a little higher than you might, and they're going to be visible. You know, I mean, there are ways I'm sure you could hide some of this stuff, but if it wasn't designed like this in the first place, then you wouldn't have to worry about it. And that's all I'm suggesting here. What we like that we cannot move. You know, obviously we're not going to be moving our windows. We're not going to be moving our stoves, our bathtubs. I understand that. There are things you can build in that can stay where they're at. Or might cost you a lot of money to move them to a different location. But something like this is just something I'd like you really to give some serious consideration for. And I'm not just talking about television stands, something like this. Any built-in items that could become an obstacle or could prevent you from rearranging your furniture in different ways, you know, could be a problem. And realistically, these aren't things I like to see. You know, if you want to build something like this, you want a TV stand, they actually sell brackets you can bolt onto the wall, move the TV around. Hospitals have them. Or you can actually just build a shelf. Build a shelf, get some shelf brackets, cut a piece of plywood, whatever, put it on top, paint it, set the TV on. You don't like it there, unscrew it, patch the holes in the wall, remove the shelf, and you're done. I don't recommend moving or having electrical outlets and cables, wires up this high. You know, again, I understand why they're there, but if they were lower and you just ran an extension cord up in the cable, you just kind of ran it behind the shelf or something like that, that you were building yourself out of wood and brackets, not drywall, not a permanent fixture, then again, when you go to remove this, you get tired of looking at it, you want to buy a bigger TV, you want to move the TV to another part of the room, then those wires can be ran lower behind other furniture and won't be visible like they would if it's up here. So a couple things here to consider if you're designing a house and you're thinking about doing something like this.